In life, we all encounter moments when our own strength is no longer enough to overcome the challenges we face. Whether it's dealing with grief, financial struggles, or personal crises, these defining moments often reveal the limits of human endurance. As much as we strive to be self-sufficient, there are times when human capacity falls short, and we find ourselves standing at the edge of what we can handle. In these moments, divine help becomes essential. Divine help, or spiritual aid, transcends human limitations. It is a support that is not bound by the constraints of time, resources, or human frailty. Unlike the help we may receive from others, which can come with conditions or expectations, divine aid flows freely from a place of unconditional love. It is a powerful reminder that no matter how overwhelming our circumstances may seem, we are never truly alone. This need for divine help is universal. Each person, regardless of background, will inevitably face a time when they must rely on a higher power for support. From the most independent to those who seem most resourceful, everyone encounters battles too great to face alone. And it is at these moments that we turn to the divine for strength, guidance, and protection. As we continue exploring this concept, we will see how divine help contrasts with human assistance and how it can provide the peace and support we desperately need. Human limitations and the need for divine intervention. As we journey through life, we inevitably face struggles that push us to the very edge of our human strength. Whether it's the relentless weight of grief after losing a loved one, the overwhelming exhaustion of a single parent balancing work and childcare, or the mental battles against anxiety and depression, these challenges can seem insurmountable. Human strength, no matter how resilient, has its limits. Our bodies grow tired, our minds weary, and our emotional reserves deplete. In these moments, we realize that no amount of willpower or preparation can always carry us through. It is here, at this point of vulnerability, that divine intervention becomes not just helpful but essential. Take, for instance, a single parent waking up before dawn, their body aching from sleepless nights. The demands of work and the needs of their children create a daily struggle that human strength can only endure for so long. The exhaustion is so deep that even the thought of another day feels like a mountain to climb. Or consider the heart of someone who is grieving a loss so profound that each breath feels like a monumental effort, weighed down by sorrow. The weight of that grief can be suffocating, and even the most supportive family or friends may find themselves helpless to truly comfort or provide the relief needed. These situations expose the need for something greater than human effort. The challenges are too heavy, too complex, and too deep for us to carry alone. Likewise, those battling mental health challenges, like anxiety or depression, often face invisible battles that no one can fully understand, making it all the more difficult to fight them alone. The fear that tightens its grip each morning, the persistent feeling of hopelessness that seeps into every corner of life, and the overwhelming sense of uncertainty that clouds every decision, all of these are daily realities for many. Human assistance, while valuable, has its limits. Even the most well-meaning friends or family cannot always provide the support that is needed, especially when their own energy and resources are finite. This is where divine help steps in, offering not just temporary relief, but a lasting, unconditional support that transcends the confines of human capability. In these moments of struggle, divine intervention offers a source of strength that is inexhaustible. It is a presence that doesn't grow tired or weary. Divine help is not limited by the constraints of time, resources, or human frailty. It offers comfort, guidance, and the strength to carry on when all human efforts fall short. Unlike human help, which can sometimes come with expectations or be subject to the limitations of circumstances, divine help is unchanging, always available, and free from hidden conditions. It is through divine intervention that we find peace amidst our chaos, hope in our despair, and strength to face the most daunting challenges. In the face of such limitations, the need for divine help becomes even more apparent. As we continue to explore this concept, we will discover how divine assistance, unlike human help, flows freely from a wellspring that knows no boundaries and offers unconditional support when we need it most. The contrast between human and divine help. Psalm 121, a cherished song of ascents, offers profound assurance of God's vigilant protection, especially meaningful for pilgrims journeying to Jerusalem. Its themes of divine guardianship and unwavering care continue to resonate deeply. The psalm highlights the contrast between human limitations and divine provision, offering a rich tapestry of God's involvement in the lives of believers. The structure of Psalm 121 is particularly notable for its dialogical nature. The first two verses reflect a personal declaration of trust in God's providence. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. This opening verse immediately sets the tone, recognizing that human resources and understanding are finite, while divine help is boundless. As the psalmist looks beyond the hills, possibly recognizing their association with false idols and pagan deities, they affirm that true help comes only from the Creator of the universe. In contrast, human help often has limits, whether emotional, physical, or logistical. Human beings are inherently finite, and no matter how much one may care, there are always limitations. For example, a friend may offer sympathy during a time of grief, but they cannot truly carry the weight of that sorrow for you. A parent may provide guidance, but even the most loving parent can't shield their child from every hardship. The assistance that people offer is often coupled with unspoken expectations. Sometimes, there's an expectation of reciprocity or a subtle pressure to fulfill certain obligations. Human aid can falter due to exhaustion, misunderstanding, or changing circumstances. As much as we rely on our relationships and communities, there are times when even the strongest support systems can't meet all our needs. Psalm 121, however, presents a divine aid that is unconditional, boundless, and eternal. God's help flows from a source of infinite love, without expectations of repayment or conditions. The psalm speaks of God's constant care, assuring that the Lord will keep you from all harm and watch over your life. This unceasing protection is vividly portrayed through the use of the Hebrew word shamar, meaning to guard or protect with vigilance. God's assistance does not come with strings attached, nor is it limited by time or resources. It is a steady, unchanging presence that remains unwavering in the face of life's challenges. Moreover, Psalm 121 promises a protection that spans both the mundane and the extraordinary. It is not just the protection from physical harm, but also from emotional and spiritual turmoil. Whether it's the protection from the dangers of the road during a pilgrimage or from the trials of life's inevitable storms, the psalm underscores the importance of trusting in God's constant watchfulness. The image of God as a protector who neither slumbers nor sleeps speaks volumes about his unwavering commitment to the well-being of his people. In contrast, human help, however well-intentioned, can be interrupted by exhaustion, misunderstanding, or changing life circumstances. God's protection, as conveyed in Psalm 121, is eternal and absolute, providing a steady refuge amid the turbulence of life. In this psalm, we also see the profound comfort of knowing that God is not distant. Far from being a detached deity, he is a protector who actively watches over every detail of our lives. This contrasts sharply with the limitations of human efforts, where even the most dedicated individuals cannot control or foresee all outcomes. When human help fails, or when no human aid seems forthcoming, Psalm 121 assures us that God is always there, ready to protect, guide, and support no matter the situation. This divine intervention is not a temporary fix, but an everlasting provision, offering peace that transcends human understanding. The contrast between human and divine help in Psalm 121 provides deep comfort to believers. It invites us to rely on God's omnipotence and unwavering love, understanding that, while human aid may be essential, it is divine help that provides the foundation for true peace, security, and hope. This psalm serves as a reminder that, in times of difficulty, God's help is always available, offering a refuge that is both profound and eternal, as opposed to the limited, sometimes uncertain nature of human assistance. God's intimate care, a personal relationship with the divine. God's help is deeply personal and intimate, transcending the typical assistance one might receive from another human being. Unlike the help we often offer one another, which is finite and limited by our circumstances, God's aid is rooted in His unchanging love, continually flowing without restriction. His care is not simply about solving problems or providing solutions to our difficulties, but about fostering a deep, ongoing relationship